So today the communities of St. Peter Celestine and Queen of Heaven seam together the suffering of Good Friday and the triumph of the resurrection.
The garment is going to be carried in the merger celebration. We're going to be processing from Queen of Heaven over to St. Peter Celestine Church. And the applique cross that we're quilting now will be carried in front of the banner. And will lead the procession from one church to another as a symbolism of our two parishes joining, and we're moving together to one parish.
Almighty and ever-living God, we ask for your blessings upon each of us. We ask that you bless this garment which we knit together. Bless our communities. Allow this garment to be a sign for us, though different, we can become one.
What we did was we invited everyone from the communities, both parish communities, to bring in a 6x6 piece of cloth, which in some ways symbolizes some suffering aspect of their life. And then those pieces of cloth were sewn together to create a garment of suffering as a symbol that we are not in this alone, that we are in this journey of faith together.
All right, so remind me when I start it.
And we wanted people to enter into this process, getting in touch with the suffering that accompanies the merging of these parishes. There is a loss, there is pain, there is sadness. And in doing so, we then wanted to move forward in our journey to show that suffering is not the end. We believe triumph comes after suffering. So the garment then became a garment of triumph with the white banking that was hung on our crosses throughout the Easter season, which is the season of new life and season of resurrection. During the Easter season, the cloth from Queen of Heaven and the cloth from St. Peter Celestine were knitted together symbolically at both parishes as a sign that our suffering is joined together and our triumph over that suffering is joined together.
The original intent was if we only got a small amount of fabric for it, that we could use it as an altar cloth. But after the first week or two, we realized we were going to get quite a few squares from people, and it grew longer, and we just kept adding on to it. And the garment ended up being 32 feet long.
You know how to tie it? Tie it like you're tying a shoe.
I wanted everybody in the parish, whether they contributed a square or not, to feel that they had a part in this 32-foot long garment that we'll use in the procession. So what we're going to do is we're going to ask everybody in the parish after Mass to stop by and tie on a piece, which we're calling their point of light, and it's going to be a piece of colored embroidery thread. And so if each person does that on the white backing of the quilt, you wouldn't see that if just one person did it on a 32-foot long garment, because it would just be one stitch. But if hundreds of people do it from the parishes, and you have hundreds of these points all over the garment, each stitch will then look like a little point of light.
This project has taken on a life beyond the fabric itself and has become a part of the fabric of our parish's lives together.
I think people that were able to understand that were tremendously moved and impacted by the making of this garment. It really has become, in so many ways, the symbol of what we have done and what we have tried to accomplish as we come to bring the parishes together.